What's going on, guys? Gomer's here. Well, Gomer's here with his pop filter in place now. And welcome back to another MLB The Show 21 Diamond Dynasty video where we have the sixth inning program coming very, very soon. It should be good, and it really should spell kind of be a, what Groundhog's Day is for determining how much longer winter we have, for how good a content's going to be throughout here. A couple questions. One, how can I get my dog to eat her dry dog food and not just beg for table scraps? That's one question I have. And then two, what is top tier hangover food to y'all? I have people trying to tell me McDonald's is S tier. Perkins, baby, try it. Leave a like if you guys enjoy, subscribe if you guys are new, and let's look at an SDS tweet to start our day. I appreciate you guys dropping this tweet right after I finish labeling all my predictions, so thank you, because it kind of ruins it. So, if you guys do remember, we'll circle back here. Right there, his first 99 overall. So initially when I saw that, I'm like, okay, it has to be Adley Rutschman because they fell asleep or something, or I don't know. They just didn't release his card last year. Same thing with Wander Franco. But then y'all pointed out, well, the new legends this year haven't had 99s. Fair, which is true. So this obviously is Babe Ruth. His cheeks are real chubby. That is a round face, which, only really spells out Babe Ruth. He's obviously a lefty, and that is pretty clearly his batting stance, so too. So, not hard to tell where you think it could be coming with that one right there. This pitcher, and then this hitter. So this is a right-handed batter with a two-handed follow-through. A lot of people saying this is Adley Rutschman. I looked at the game. Adley does have a two-handed follow-through swing, so that could be him. And then a pitcher. So if this is Adley, then this doesn't have to be Pedro. If this is Pedro, then this doesn't have to be Adley. Those are things that... The things that we know is that Babe Ruth is right there, so that is something to take away from it. But I do have a couple predictions I want to talk about here because who knows, maybe those are just random silhouettes, huh? And this work I did is not going to be all for naught. Hank Aaron was one of my obvious choices, who I think him, Mickey Mantle, and Willie Mays are going to be the best cards still to come this year, and that's just for the simple fact that they have everything, right? They come with defense, speed, hitting, and power, or I guess hitting and power aren't exclusive. Hitting could be referring to either of them. Regardless, Hank Aaron would be very good, and if you got really crazy, he could even play second base. He had like 45 games played at the 2B, so hey, they give that shit to Mookie. If you have a signature Hank Aaron, give him second base as well. That would be quite cool. But Hank Aaron, I think this is pretty fair. Defense is going to start out at diamond. Speed at 80, I think, is quite good. He was 34 and he had 20 plus stolen bases in the season, which is kind of wild. Batting average, I think he had 315 against lefties career. And some of his numbers are, once he gets into his 40-year-old seasons, aren't as good. So Hank Aaron was a marvel, of course. He would be really good. I think his swing is all right in the game, and I would be very much looking forward to this card. Clayton Kershaw is another one that seems to make sense because my biggest thing, and they kind of did this the last 2 years, typically every year, once the new games were starting, school's starting, for those that applies, I'm sorry, I know it's a tough realization. The leaves aren't really starting to turn. It's not getting any colder, it's still 90. Still be fucking sweating while I'm walking the dog, but it's what it is. Might go kayaking today. Not canoeing. Might go with my girl. It'd be a cool trip. Clayton Kershaw. They look for really good cards to break out, is what I'm getting to. And it doesn't really get much better than Kershaw. This, if you look at the thumbnail, would be regarding to his no-hitter he threw in 2014, which he also struck out 15 batters. I think this would be the best pitcher in the game at this current point. You know, sinker, he has a really slow curveball at 72 miles an hour. Not gonna break the speedometer there at 95-ish miles an hour. I would probably think they would clock him out at, but he'd be quite accurate as well. Last year, he, I think, had 98 BB9. I think I just copied that attribute. With pinpoint, he should be outstanding. So Clayton Kershaw is going to be somebody who I would have expected if I didn't see that pitcher silhouette throws right-handed. So Ernie Banks, this is another one right here. I think that other one, if that is Pedro as the pitcher, I think it could be Ernie Banks. And I saw last time I predicted him. This is just using leftovers right now. People are like, oh my god, who wants Ernie Banks? A lot of people, actually. His cards slap. I'm sorry if you haven't used an Ernie card before, but I am the average Ernie Bank enjoyer. I love his cards because, again, he kind of comes with everything except speed. He's going to have really good contact and good power. This is going to be his best card ever because this would be using his other MVP year. They always use his not as good MVP year. For some reason, Lord knows why. Maybe they're holding out on Ernie. Maybe somebody has something personal against him. Maybe we have a Cardinals fan working at SDS. We have Chris Sale, who looks like is glitching out on the pitches, but even you can see how mid they are. For seeing two-seam slider and a circle changeup. Of course, Chris Sale is a bit of a enigma when it comes to that two-seamer because due to his arm slot, it does tend to be a bit more effective. But he throws hard. This would be a signature series card as indicated by the card art right there. 100 hit 9, 117 K9 is usually decent. Never in my... Once you get up to legend, he can be pretty tough to hit, but since he only has 4 pitches, a lot of people just choose not to throw the two-seamer. He's a little bit more limited, but I still think Chris Sale is a hell of a good pitcher. That said, the silhouette is not a lefty. Adley Rutschman. So I did not make this card art right here, but I believe this guy who I pulled it from, I'm blanking on the name. It might be MLB 20 card art. I could be wrong, so don't take that as scripture. But I don't know if he used the formula or not. I can give it a good old gander here though and be able to tell. Looks like they did not. But the formula is plus, I think, 20 on contact. If you guys can see, well, you can't see. You can now. The formula would be plus 20 on contact, I think 15 on power, and like 10 on fielding. So he'll have over 100 contact. He'll probably top out at 95 power per side once you parallel him up, which for a switch hitting catcher, you're not going to get much better. He's going to have 65 speed, so a little under Realmuto, but still, you know, exceptional for a catcher, and then really good defense as well. So I like his swing. Adley Rutschman typically plays pretty well. I know a lot of people really enjoyed this card so far this year, and I would expect it to be the same sort of thing, you know? We have the Piazza, who's great, but Adley Rutschman would give another angle here. If you really enjoy the speed aspect of JT Realmuto card, and you know, maybe that's gonna turn it for you. Do you value fielding at catcher at all? I sure don't. So I don't know. It should be a cool card though, but I don't think this one follows the formula quite. And then yeah, those are some predictions that I had done initially, and SGS just kind of said, fuck you, I guess. Kidding, of course. But yeah, as this would indicate, it sure does look like Babe Ruth right there. I'm not sure who else it could be. Come on. Why wait for this Boston? If they reveal somebody else than Babe Ruth, that would be surprising because it's pretty easy to tell. Then officially, I would say, yeah, this is probably Pedro Martinez, and then this is somebody else. The sleeves look kind of long. Maybe that is, you know, an older player. Lord knows, I'm just spitballing here at this point, but that is a righty pitcher, obviously, and it kind of looks, I suppose we could give Pedro's motion a gander here and see if that is going to line it up. And maybe that's gonna have some groundbreaking information here that we're gonna confirm 2 of the 3. But former players, of course, we're gonna be looking at pitching. Let's see here. Are we completing the puzzle? Kinda. I mean, that's not too irregular. You know, if he was throwing sidearm, be like, oh, Pat Neshek, you know, it'd be a little bit easier to tell, but I don't know. For what it's worth, it looks like it could definitely be Pedro. And in terms of new legends that they brought this year, it kind of has, in terms of new 99s, it would really have to be Hank Aaron, Pedro Martinez, or Adley Rutschman. Those are the 3 that I can think of that have not gotten one that would be getting a card here in this boss program. So yeah, I could definitely see Babe, Pedro, and maybe Ernie, maybe Adley Rutschman, something like that. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section below. If that were to be the program, who would you take out of those 3? I don't know. It kind of depends. Kind of depends. I have plenty of first basemen, and you know, I've realized I might not be good enough to have a 60-speed outfielder in there anymore. I need guys like Trey Turner to bail me out. But again, thank you all for watching. Roster predictions should be tomorrow, and yeah, just kind of get back into the swing of things again. Appreciate y'all. Have a good one.